Hey everyone, John Henry here from School of Trade, and today we're going to be taking a look at a last chance wave back up to the highs here on the Russell. So let me just get my stop in the right place, get my target in the right place, and get my final target in the right place here. All right, so looking at this trade, the reason I like going in this trade direction, and looking at it, you can see it almost looks like I'm going a little bit counter trend, but in reality, if we look back just a little ways, we had this huge run higher. I mean, from the lows to the highs, we had a 150 tick run higher in the matter of about 10 minutes, and this is really the first drop down since that area. So really, I'm looking at this as more of a profit-taking rally, or a profit-taking sell-off that's come down, caught a bunch of stops on the way down, all the protective stops that were moving up, but this cheap price after this huge run higher typically is going to be defended by buyers and pushed right back up to the upside again. Now, we are getting in underneath. We haven't had a wave cross higher, so it is a little bit more aggressive, but the size on this trade, we're only looking at, in this case, a 9-tick stop. So we're able to go in still relatively normal size, 4 or 5 contracts, without really risking a whole lot on the trade. Now, first target's going to come off at the initializing high here at 1168.8, just to get us back above that area. First target at 68.5. Now, in the way, we do have the BMT in the cloud, and just kind of a few things, kind of possibly having the ability to hold us up. But if we can get through this area here, we should be in the clear to go up further to the upside here. Now, looking at the first target from our entry, we're looking at a total of 20 ticks, and we've got 3 contracts coming off there. So we're looking at 60 ticks on the first target, and then the final runner target up at this projection high here at 43 ticks. So relatively decent looking trade. We just need to see it get through this big chunk of resistance in the way right here. Now, keep in mind, this is going to be a little bit more of an aggressive trade, but really this is what we love to see. We had this gigantic rise higher, a little bit of profit taking. Now we should see it go right back up to retest those highs. Now, this pattern by itself looks phenomenal already. We came right into the crosshair, and because we came into the crosshair and rejected straight out of that little orange box there, that gives me a huge confidence to hop in regardless. But on top of that, add the fact that we know that we're really kind of assuming price should go back up to the highs again. It adds a nice little factor of confidence to the trade here. So we're in long here at 1166.5, stop down here at 65.6, 4 contracts, taking 3 off at 68.5, 1 more contract off at 1170.8. And let's see if we can get our executions on here so we can see it. There we go. Now, this might take a little while, so we'll let it kind of do its thing. We're coming into, the 11:30 or so dead zone. Getting it, well, I mean, it's only 11:10 or so, but moving into that time where people are going to start taking it a little bit easy. After 150 tick rise higher, people are going to start taking a little bit of a break. It's time to go grab a coffee and kind of recoup. But we're still getting a little bit of volatility in here. So looking to the upside here again, and we'll just kind of let this ride out. See if it can hit this target within the next couple seconds here. Then I don't have to pause the video, so that would be nice. Once we get this first target, though, we're going to move our stop to break even like we always do. Now, in this case, I'm all right moving my stop to break even just because we're moving into this big area, this big chunk of resistance here that we need to get through. And I really don't want to risk giving anything back on this one because it's got a really high probability that it might just whip back and stop that runner portion out too. So let's see if the buyers can get us filled here at 68.5. We're getting 1 tick away here. And once they fill it, then we can move our stop up. And there we go, perfect. So they filled that first one. Let's move the stop to break even. And now it's pretty much just a freebie. So we got 60 ticks taken off at the first target here at 68.5. Now we're just letting the rest run. So the final target, again, is going to be up here, 43 ticks on that final runner there. So looking for an overall 60 plus the 43 for a nice $1,000 trade. Looking at 103 ticks overall in this upside move here. Worst case scenario, if we do get stopped out at break even, we're still up $600 on the trade. So definitely nothing to be upset about there. So we'll be back in a little bit and try to give this some time to run. Stop is at break even though, and pretty much all risk is locked out. So we'll see what it wants to do. All right, we're coming into our target here. I got my stop moved up a little bit just to protect this move. Stop is sitting at 1169.4, edging in now on our target. We came 2 ticks away. Once we get one or two ticks away. I really don't want to risk this becoming a reversal anymore, and that's why I'm moving my stop up. I am moving my stop up not so aggressively like I normally would, just because I want to give it a little bit of room. We've already got $600 locked in on the trade, so I want to give it a little bit of kind of movement space to get those areas locked in. But if we get one tick away and we start rejecting, we'll lock our stop in a little bit more aggressively underneath where this reversal bar could form here. So just kind of waiting on these buyers here. It's going a lot faster than I thought it would, to be honest. We entered into the trade down here at about 11:10 or so, and it's only been about 10 minutes in this trade, so definitely not a long one at all. Not like we were seeing yesterday. So we came one tick away, and just as I was going to move my stop, we got our target filled. So perfect. Really, really good trade overall. I mean, another one back to back. Yesterday had a phenomenal trade on gold. Today we're looking at just another great trade on the Russell here. So our entry at 66.5 to the first target, took 3 contracts off at 20, so technically 20, 40, 60. And then we're also looking at that runner target up here that just got taken off at 70.8 for another 43. That gives us 20, 20, and 20 plus another 43 for 103 ticks or $1,030 on the trade. Really, really gorgeous trade. So that's going to be the trade for today. If you have any questions about it, feel free to send an email to School of Trade. And don't forget to check out our trial at schooloftrade.com. Have a good one. Bye.